Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, welcome to my video. Let me introduce myself. My name is Agis Anjali. I come from class 12 science 1. In this video, I will explain what a discussion text, which this video will be an assessment of for the final assignment on English literature for class 12. The things that will be discussed in the discussion text are firstly, definition, then purpose, structure, rules, and last example. Okay, let's go straight to the meaning of text. Definition. Discussion text is a text that contains a discussion related to an issue. Issue can be discussed from various points of view, for example, from the perspective of people directly involved, or just observed. Usually, discussion texts are found in philosophical, historical, and social texts. Next, will we discuss the purpose of the discussion text. The purpose of discussion text is to convey arguments and information from various points of view. There are arguments in the discussion text, and some of them are exposition, either in the form of analytical exposition, giving argument and restating views, or hortatory exposition, giving stronger arguments and recommending action. Even though there is a section of exposition text in the discussion text in English, these two texts have difference. Next, we will discuss the structure of the discussion text. Structure number 1, statement of issue. The first paragraph in an introduction and/or statement regarding the issue to be discussed. Usually, this issue is a hot issue that is currently circulating around. Apart from that, the themes are varied. They can be philosophical issues, educational issues, historical issues, social issues, and political issues, and other issues. Number 2, list of supporting points. In the next paragraph, the author provides several things that support the issue being discussed or conveys a pro-argument. It could be about profits, benefits, and so on. Number 3, list of contrast points. In contrast to the paragraph which contains things that support the issue, the author provides several things that do not support the issue. In other words, conveying counter-arguments. It could be in the form of losses, negative things, and so on. And last, recommendation. In the last paragraph, the author provides recommendation regarding the issue being discussed to the reader, or the subject contained in the discussion text. This could be in the form of a suggestion to take action on the issue, or a suggestion that either the reader of the subject in the discussion text study the issues being discussed from various points of view before making a decision. Next, we will discuss the rules of the discussion text. Rules of the discussion text. Number 1, introducing category or generic participant. The first paragraph is an introduction and/or statement regarding the issue to be discussed. Usually, this issue is a hot issue that's currently circulating around. Apart from that, the themes are varied. They can be philosophical issues, educational issues, historical issues, social issues, political issues, and other issues. Number 2, using the thinking verb. In the next paragraph, the author provides several things that support the issue being discussed or conveys a pro-argument. It could be about profits, benefits, and so on. Number 3, using additive, contrast, and causal connection. In contrast to the paragraph which contains things that support the issue, the author provides several things that do not support the issue. In other words, conferring counter-argument. It could be in the form of losses, negative things, and so on. Number 4. Using modalities. In the last paragraph, the author provides recommendations regarding the issue being discussed to the reader, or the subject contained in the discussion text. This could be in the form of suggestion to take action on the issue, or a suggestion that either the reader or the subject in the discussion text study the issue being discussed from various points of view before making a decision. And last, using adverb of manner, deliberately, hopefully, etc. Another advantage is flexibility in time and curriculum. By homeschooling, parents can set the curriculum freely. And finally, there is an example from the discussion text. Distance learning. A few years ago, distance learning was seen as an inferior way, but nowadays, even famous and established traditional colleges and universities are providing distance learning courses, and is generally considered a way to improve one's life. However, people still argue whether distance learning gives more advantage or disadvantage. Some of them who see the benefit of distance learning will say that distance learning needs no commuting. Of course, it saves money and time that students will take. Furthermore, distance learning can be done at any student's convenience. Most of the classes of distance learning are asynchronous. It means that students do not have to attend a lecture at a fixed particular times and place. Students can review the assignment and do their homework during hours or from home. Additionally, distance learning gives more accessibility. No one can deny it. People with limited mobility may encounter problems when they take traditional class. With the online class system, the problem is absent. Despite the many advances, other people will see that distance learning is costly and needs complex technology. To attend online learning, students must have a computer with feasible access to the internet. Admit it or not, such technology devices are not always available for common students. Another disadvantage of distance learning is that it does not provide immediate feedback. Unlikely in a traditional classroom, students have to wait for feedback and comments until the instructor has reviewed the works and sent a response to them. Most of the time, students will study alone. Distance learning may feel isolated or miss that social and physical interaction that comes with attending a traditional classroom. Regarding the individual's learning style, some students are able to learn when there is a live interaction between them and the availability of an accompanying teacher, while others don't really need it. So before deciding a choice of attending distance learning or not, each student needs to do a fair analysis regarding the kind of person he or she is. Okay, that's it, friends. That was an explanation of the discussion text material. I hope this video can be useful. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.